What is your definition of racism? What does someone have to do to you for you to consider it racist?
I would say racism to me nowadays is refusing to acknowledge what is happening. You feel me? So it's like some say, like me and you've had this discussion about a particular situation where we didn't see eye to eye on what you thought was racist and what I thought was racist.
Yeah.
Because I believe that, some people just don't understand, right? Mm-hmm. Just can't understand. If you're not black, you're not going to be able to understand the pain of black people. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's why I said it like that. And we had a disagreement about that. But now I see what you mean by that. But I still agree with, if you got to be racism to me, to just put it in general, not to ramble on, it's just ignoring the issue we have in this country. Like, for instance, I had to do a presentation on this earlier this week, right? And I said it so simple, right? And you can say what you want, right? But if someone shoots someone, like Breonna Taylor's, for instance, right? It doesn't matter which cop it was, because a lot of people use the excuse, it was different cops, it was this, that, you can't compare. That's fine. But guess what? If I go right now, right, and I think you robbed my house and I kill you, even though you didn't rob my house, does that justify it? No, I would get in trouble, right? So those cops should be held accountable. It's just that simple. So if you don't want to address that stuff, you're a racist. That's just facts.
Okay.
You're just racist. That's just facts. But I think now, after this NFL thing, I really see, I can't even describe to you what a racist is, because now we see it wasn't about the flag. We see it wasn't about the kneeling. It wasn't about that. It was just a way for you to complain about any single way you can that black people want equality in this life.
To me, that was how distinct they can come on our platform, on my TV, and go against what I believe in. I think that's what part of it. Yeah. But let me hear Idris's definition before I go into it. Come on, young Driss. By the way, we have a friend of the show, a cast member, young Idris, joining us today. How's it going, bro?
What's good, guys?
What is your definition of racism?
Racism, basically, I pretty much agree with Isaac. It's just a lack of acknowledging, I don't want to say superiority, but the equality of black people to the other races, and basically keeping them down as the underdog.
Okay. What would, let's say an act, what's an everyday act would you say you'd be like, all right, that nigga might be racist? Like, what's something let's say you're in line at the cafeteria, or you're in the gym. What is something someone would have to do for you to be like, all right, this nigga's on some shit? What's an example of that?
I think
because it'd be little shit that niggas don't even peep sometimes, right?
Yeah, facts.
That'd be like, wait, hold up. Did that nigga just...
I ain't gonna lie, as black people, I think we can tell when someone's racist.
That's a fact.
You really
just off... Just the energy.
They literally, it's literally the energy, how they look you up and down, how they speak to you, how they look at certain parts of your clothes and stuff like that, hair, this, that. You can tell when someone's racist. You can tell when someone's trying a little bit too hard, not to... And when it's... when we're speaking of this, we're talking about literally the little slightest shit. They don't even have to say nothing. They could be the nicest person, but you can know behind doors they say different shit. That's all.
You know what's racist to me now that I've I've been around for almost 21 years now?
What?
When people tell me I speak well.
That's one of the most racist shit ever.
Man.
It's like I'm not supposed to?
Is it racist when is black people telling you?
When black people tell me?
Yeah.
No, to me it's not racism. That's ignorance.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's just dumb niggas shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's those the people that say you speak well are the same people that'll tell you they're not African or they're not African American. They're just American. Those are that same type of crowd.
Facts.
You feel me? So that's one thing to me.
You know what I see that a lot of? I see that a lot in all those Middle Eastern people. I see that a lot in them. They always especially a lot of Muslim women. That look Middle Eastern, but they were born here. I see that a lot from them. Oh, you speak really well. You're very articulate. Not knowing they were born here, you feel me? So
but with other nations and countries, my definition of racism changes. Cause sometimes when white people say it to me, I think of them thinking, okay, this nigga thinks cause I'm black, I'm supposed to talk a certain way.
Boom.
When it's a different race, let's say if it's even an older black lady, perhaps, or someone that's also a minority says that to me, I think they think, oh, maybe this nigga's just smart.
Yeah.
You feel me? I don't
get
racist vibes from other minorities when they say shit like that to me.
I think that's why a lot of people give Mexicans a lot of leeway with the N-word. Not a lot of people don't like it, but you don't go flip out crazy, you know, when that Mexican says the N-word.
And the thing with them, a lot of them are mixed with African.
Yeah.
That I just, like, even Joel told me, like, most Mexicans are like at least like 10 to 15% black. Like,
that is true.
Like, most Mexicans have a lot of black in them. Because nigga, the slaves was down there.
Somebody needs to tell that to Dominicans.
Dominicans know that.
I know black. I know black. You know the.
I know black.
You know the same.
No, certain Dominicans, like most Dominicans now would identify as Afro Latinx, right?
Yeah, like in New York, almost
today.
all of them.
Yeah, but there's some places where they'd be like, nigga, I'm from the DR. I'm not from no Africa. I was like, all right, I feel you, G. But all that was bringing me to this NFL shit, right? Where Isaac already kind of hit it on the head. When we saw the Texans and the Chiefs standing up in solidarity, they didn't kneel.
Nope.
There was no flag.
Exactly.
And yet niggas still booed. You know what that showed me? Yeah. That it wasn't ever about, it's not about Black Lives Matter.
It's not.
It's not about the flag. It's not about kneeling. It's not about Colin Kaepernick.
Nope.
It's just about white people don't like it when black guys go against the grain.
Man.
When they make shit uncomfortable.
Say it again.
You feel me?
I feel like you have to like hear exactly what you say it again and say it slower.
White people don't like it when specifically black men, but it applies to black women as well, but specifically black men in a position of the power will go against the grain. Because to them, I really think if I'm like these old white owners, I'm thinking, so I gave you this contract, I let you on my team, and you're gonna do this now? To me, like it's almost like damn near like a slave owner mentality.
And I don't see, and this is what we've been saying, right? Like once again, with everything about this is just so confusing because there's two sides in everything and all that's happening for right now, right? There's two sides to everything. There's there's the people that are trying to help, but they aren't doing they're not doing what needs to be done. And then there's the other side who think, I would say like myself, that would be like, y'all should do this, but I'm not in that position to speak yet. Yeah. So it's very difficult because I try to hold back because I'm not in that position and I don't know what's going on behind doors. So I can't say you should be doing this, you should be doing that. But at the same time, it's like, it's frustrating too because we're like, this is why y'all players should take a kneel. Like, you feel me? Stand for something. But at the end of the day, they got bills and shit to pay. But I really can't tell people what to do. But from looking at my side, I'm just looking at it as, imagine these, like what you be saying. Imagine they took just a break and said, nah, we're not playing. Yeah. We're not going for what y'all telling us to do no more. This has to change. Because
these athletes, I don't know if they understand, like, you're making them more money when you keep playing. You're making them more powerful. You're making it harder for you to get yours when you keep playing.
But then again, that's just life and everything. A lot of people sell out real quick. It's like we talk a lot about these contract deals with like artists and stuff. It's kind of like the same thing with the NFL. Yeah, like get your money as fast as you can, or you might not see it again. So they just go ahead and they pick it up as fast as they can.
And all that comes from not having a abundance mindset. Yeah. Shout out to my nigga AMS. Check's still watching this, man.
Are you serious?
He's still watching AMS. Shout out to AMS. First half.
We got to send him some different videos to watch. There's been like way better, like that will get your mental actually really right in the right.
But this comes from people not having an abundance mindset. They think, because black people, we don't even understand how we've been conditioned since slavery to just take what the white man will give us because we don't know what we're going to get next. Yeah. Whether it was food, whether it was any type of resources, whether it was even just a job. Like, some niggas will take that $850 job because they don't know if they're going to get hired somewhere else.
Facts.
It's because they don't understand, like, how much money you make the company. If we were to take a single employee working at any store, right, and how much money he's actually worth to the company is worth a lot more than what he probably makes.
Facts.
You feel me?
Prime example of this that kind of relates
Wendy's?
to this. Huh?
Oh, never mind.
This dude. Freshman year of college, I had like some money left over, probably like about 4 or 5 bands, right?
You see this nigga?
No, it's just to be.
This nigga wants this nigga wants a weedy too.
I'm talking about like I owed Kent money. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Let me. You see what I'm talking about? You gotta let me finish.
Listen, it's comedy.
I had so I had that money left over, and there was a scholarship that was I had to apply for it, and they asked me how much. And I'm like, I told my friend, I was like, bro, should I just put like 1,000? I don't want to seem too greedy. He's like, bro, you owe $5,000. Ask. You feel me? Like, and it's just one of those
you
things
ask
where
for 5, you might get 3.
And I got 5.
Yeah.
They cleared it all. So it's just like not knowing that there's going to be other opportunities and stuff like that. You'll settle for like, oh, let me try to squeeze in what I can. You feel me?
Yeah.
Instead of actually having that abundance mindset, like, bro, you need this. Ask for it. What are they going to give? You feel me?
Yeah.
It's either they're going to give it to you or they're not going to give it to you. So that's just like a prime example of how you should just always not ask, but like you should always just have an abundance mindset because it really helps in situations like that.
I agree. Do you have anything on that, Idris?
Yeah, I feel.
Grab the mic.
I feel like it's just like, you feel me? It's very common for us to not work for our value.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, a lot of people would rather settle for the 9 to 5 than try to build their own stuff. I feel like that's really one of the main things we lack in the Black community. We don't understand the value of working for value and ownership. Like,
and we don't know our value.
Yeah, exactly. So we rather, I don't want to say as a Black community, but
it's not
ingrained. It's not ingrained to us.
To be bosses, nigga.
Exactly. That's not ingrained to us to have our own stuff and to build our own stuff. We rather just, like you say, work for what exactly.
And you want to know why? And you want to know why niggas don't want to be the owners?
Tell me why.
Because of slavery.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Niggas is always
that's
just
why I said
used.
It's ingrained.
It went from slavery to indentured servitude, and then it went to being someone's housekeeper, and then finally niggas started, oh, my fault. Mike was mad for. But it went from all those things to where niggas had to just get what they could get. But if we was to just you, me, him, her, etc., form a group, live frugal, and just invest in each other, the whole team eats.
That's true. But it's also another thing, like, it's also with the education that we're given, you feel me?
Yep,
we don't have good education, bro. Like, what school do you know teaches you about finances, how to live financially free, and all of that? And our parents don't know it. Bro. Our parents don't know it because, you feel me, that all traces back to slavery and segregation. Our parents don't know, our grandparents don't know it. They don't teach us in school because we probably got the worst education, you feel me? We got bad teachers, all of that. Their parents, they know it. They probably might not get it from schools, but their grandfathers are rich. They come from dynasties, all of this, all of that. So it's already bred into them. Like,
it ain't nothing wrong with wanting to keep it in the family.
Exactly.
That's
what we lack, and that's what we got to start gaining.
Now, alluding to the same thing like Idris just said, we was just talking yesterday about the Black Lives Matter protest that happened at Kemp. If for those who don't know, a person painted over a rock downtown 3 times saying Black lives don't matter, white lives matter, just an array of stuff, just showing their hatred towards.
He or she was bored.
Yeah, exactly. He or she was bored. So we was talking about what does this protest do, right? And I went and I wanted to stand for my people, not because I wouldn't say I agree with the protest or you feel me, but I want to stand with my people to let them know that, I'm with y'all. But you got to ask the question, and that's what these platforms are for. So I'm gonna talk about it. What was the point of that, right? Because I was talking to someone, and I was like, instead, because they asked me, what do you think about all this protest? And I was like, this is just my opinion, but this is how I look at it, right? In life, you have two ways of dealing with things. You either change or they change.
Yeah.
You wait for them to change, you're gonna wait forever. You gotta wait. You're working on someone else's time. You change, you're doing it on your own time. So I told him, I was like, because it was a white guy that asked me, and I was just like, if it was up to me, I was like, bro, I wouldn't be out here protesting. We have so many freshmen that are leaving college right now as we speak because they don't feel comfortable, they don't feel at home, they're having a shitty college experience. Instead of us working to keep those black students there and keep them there, because a lot of them come from hard backgrounds and stuff like that. We're out here at this silly protest marching about some people that we don't fucking know and is out there living their lives. You feel me? Instead of actually trying to keep those freshman students there and doing a welcome environment. Along with that time we took to march, right? We could have been inside talking about what shops and stuff we could open around Kent. Shit that would actually help us, and
what
that's
programs, what tutors what mentors, etc.
We instead of building ourselves, it's always that thing with like Dr. Umar says, we're too busy trying to fit in, because that protest is really we matter. We did okay. We know we matter.
Can the white people see that we're
exactly?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
We matter. We know we matter. So instead of wasting 2 hours, not wasting. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Instead of taking that approach, this is my feeling about it. I would have rather had all of us black people go in a room and talk about how we can go about this year and have the best year we possibly can. So you feel me?
Yeah.
Keep these freshmen here. Ask this dude. There's so many freshmen that are coming home, bro. That want to come home next semester. So you know what we just lost? All these freshmen that are supposed to be the next up at Kent and making change. They all want to come home because it's not a good college experience for them. They're inside all day. Y'all haven't hosted any events, but y'all can host this. That's where my issue goes wrong with all this, because we're so busy trying to fit in that we're ruining what we need to be doing so we can build our own community up. We want to be a part. No, we're cool. Yeah. Let's just do what we got to do.
That's one thing we really have to go against the grain on. You feel me? We got to build our own. That's why Jewish people, that's why white people, they do not mess with Jewish people, bro. The Jewish dollar is so important. You know how much real estate they own in New York, bro?
A lot of
it's deadly. So if anybody, you feel me, they can't even think of disrespecting Jewish people, because if they pull from the white economy, bro, it's clipped, bro. That's what we got to build up.